Running for Walking is a project that I started around May of 2007. Basically, the goal is to raise money and awareness for multiple sclerosis through challenging the human body, mind, and spirit. I plan to do that by trying to run from Winston-Salem, North Carolina, which is where I'm living right now, to my hometown of Salem, Ohio. I have it planned for it to take me about 18 consecutive days of running. Equals out to about a marathon a day. A marathon is 26.2 miles, and time-wise that translates to about roughly 5 to 6 hours of running per day.
But I remember I was sitting there and all of a sudden everything went hazy. I couldn't see them, so I went closer to the blackboard. It didn't help. So I thought, I better have this checked out. I thought, you know, eye problem, they'll give me some medicine. But the eye doctor said, no, I think you ought to need to go see a neurologist. The first thing I did was go to the library at the University of Akron, and I read up on it. And what I read didn't look good. I mean, some of the pictures in there, I said, boy, is this going to happen to me? I hope not. And back then, the only thing the doctor told me was, don't do anything. Sit there, lay there, no exercise, nothing. Which now is wrong. You're supposed to exercise, but back then they had no MRI. Big thing that they had to test was the spinal tap. But like I said, everything was negative, so he didn't know what to tell me. He says, go home. So I did.
No matter how many times I do this, I will never, ever, ever get used to the ice bath, ever. It's cold. It's cold. It's like 50 degrees, and they just put ice in it, just for me. But it actually does feel really good. Like I said, the first 2 minutes are kind of hurt. But after the first 2 minutes, your legs are numb and you can't feel anything.
Then I started falling. I said, I don't know why, what's going on here, but I attributed it to nerves. It's finals week. Had a lot on me. I thought, I didn't think much of it. Until my wife finally said, you better go see a doctor. So I did. And I saw a Dr. Rudick. He's the head of everything. So the first thing they did was put me on exercise. Said, you gotta, don't just sit there, do as much as you can.
We got a race. It's just a little short 4-miler in Durham, North Carolina. And running it with my roommate. I have been advised not to run it because I'm still kind of strep throaty or whatever. But I already paid. I already registered like a month and a half ago for this race, so I didn't want to miss it. I want my shirt. At first I was looking over all the people in my age group, 'cause there wasn't a ton, so I thought, well, maybe I could place pretty well, even though I'm not built for speed. And then I was looking at some of the statistics for previous years, and yeah, it's a 4-mile race, and I saw that this little 9-year-old girl last year finished it in 26 minutes. So, 6.5-minute miles. So the 9-year-old girls will beat me today.
The fatigue, it's frustrating. MS is it's a pain. You don't know what the next day is going to hold. One day I'm fine, next day I'm worse, and I thought, I didn't do anything. Maybe I walk in my sleep. I don't know. It's frustrating.
I felt surprisingly good, even with strep throat. I felt all right. I tried to break 30 minutes. I think I got in at a little over 32. That's all right. Tori should be coming too. There she is.
Yeah, I was
You
just
must
trying
have
to
been
negative
blazing.
splits. I mean, I took the first mile easy. And then tried to turn up a little bit each mile. Oh man, I got my money's worth. That was a really nice trail.
We drove 4 hours to run 4 miles. Sweet.
Done. That is marathon.
There's at least 3 medicines out there, which is, back when I was first diagnosed, there was nothing. And, any kind of trials that come up, I usually get in it. I know my wife really doesn't like that. It might hurt you, but if it helps me or helps somebody out or helps to find a cure, I'm all for it. I'm hoping that my actions are going to benefit the thousands of people who are living with MS. My dad is afflicted with it, and I kind of feel like I've gone through
most of my life and not really ignored it. But I haven't really done anything about it. Watched my dad slowly kind of get progressively worse and worse each year. That's kind of what MS does. It's not a disease that kind of that kills you, but I think it attacks something more important, which is your quality of life. I can't even fathom what it's like to live with something like that, to just slowly watch yourself inevitably get worse and worse each year. And it's just something you have to live with your entire life. Your entire life you have it. So I'm just trying to do something about it, and I'm trying to do it in an extreme way. I'm hoping to get a lot of attention. I'm hoping that by doing something this extreme, it'll be kind of an example for people.
You did pretty good.
Hey, three, great. All right.
Yeah.
Good job.
Nice. Hey, come on, Doug.
I dug deep in the last 2 miles. No, I was on mile 28, and my watch was off, and someone said, I was running with this old guy who was helping me pace because I was just walking out. And he's like, yeah, it's a shame we could almost broke 6 hours. I'm like, what? He's like, yeah, you got 25 minutes, 3 miles. I'm like, 8-minute miles. All right. And so I took off. I sprinted the last 3 rounds.